Hi, and welcome to the first session of the JP-VN Guided Reading Tour. Today we're going to be starting on our first VN, Haruka ni Aogi Uruwashi no, or also known as Haru-Uru for short. In Haru-Uru, our protagonist, Takizawa Tsukasa, is a newly graduated teacher who goes to teach at Oka Girls Academy. At first, he finds himself baffled with this mysterious land of suddenly wealthy people. But over time, he gets used to it, and he gets to know one of the 6 heroines better, and from there, their fated journey together begins. Haruka ni Aogi is a very relaxing and soothing game, and it makes for a great playtime after a stressful day. Haruka ni Aogi is made by Poltop, who also made works like Kono Ozara ni Tsubasa o Hirokete and Koisuru Natsu no Last Resort. 2 titles you may have heard if you have been following English releases and fan translations. It is a very loved title, especially in the Japanese community, where it is considered an old classic. Haruka ni Aogi was released in 2006, putting it in the middle of the golden age of visual novels, which is considered to be between the years of 2000 and 2010. So with that as our intro, let us begin shortly. Let us go to start to begin. But before that, for reading Japanese, we will need a few tools that are very commonly used. So the first tool I'm using is ITH, Text Hooker. Yes. ITH will capture most games automatically. However, for this particular game, I had to get a custom H code in order to hook the text. So you can get it to work. After you have your code, you can just copy it into this bar and press enter. And there's one thing you have to do later, but I'll do it in a minute. And the other thing I'm using is Translation Aggregator. Translation Aggregator is a lookup dictionary that after it'll take the text from ITH and it will parse it into words, which you can highlight and look at the definition. So, without ado, let us begin. I'm gonna hide the desktop. お客さん、終点です。終点 means the last stop. Oh, it's not quite working yet. I need to see after you enter the custom H code, the user hook now appears here. In this case, this one's the correct one, I believe. Okay, so now that will hook, and I'll have it here. 終点 means the last stop of a bus or train. So, customer last stop. 僕は飛び起きた. I'm actually going to put this on the side so that you can see it without me having to flip it back and forth. 僕は飛び起きた. 飛び起きる means to jump up from one's seat. 降ります。Oru means to get off a vehicle. So it can mean, or get off somebody. So in this case, he's just hurriedly, panically saying that he's going to get off. 電車に2時間揺られて疲れたからに、バスの振動が気持ちよすぎて、いつの間にかうたた寝していた。電車 is train. Yurarete is yureru is to shake. Yurarete is is the passive form. Yurareru, that is passive. It means to be shaken by. So shaken by the train. So here we have so it's a good idea. This is a little bit more of a complex sentence. So let's look at tsukareta karada. So this means that he's tired, his tired body. And 2時間電車に2時間揺られて means to be shaken by the train for 2 hours. And when you see this te form, something something te, and then tsukareta karada. In this case, because it's a te form, you might think of this as two different sentence phrases, but actually, this whole part, 電車に2時間揺られて疲れた体, this whole part in front is modifying 体, because you can think of it this way: the te form can mean in this case the te form means either before, so like he was shaken for 2 hours and then he became tired, or it just simply explains the process in which. So 電車に2時間揺られて, but because from that happening he got tired, 疲れた, and then that's the whole thing is modifying his 体, which is his body. 2、バスの振動が気持ちよすぎていつの間にかうたた寝していた. Shindo means the vibration of the bus. 気持ちよすぎて, so the vibration of the bus moving felt too good. So いつの間にか means before one realized it. And うたた寝していた, well, let's see, this means to doze off or to nap. うたた寝していた. So being tired and the vibration of the bus felt so good, so he just had dozed off. 転がるようにバスを降りた僕はようやく目的地に着いた安堵でため息をつく. So this ように 転がるように, so for these sentences, a trick I have for Japanese is always to look at the base sentence first, which is what happens on the right. So, oriru here means to get off the bus. In this case, to get off. So, bus oriru means to get off the bus. 転がるように, this ように in this case describes, one second. I'm not sure. I need to think about this. I think it means, yes. It's saying, so he got off the bus in a manner that was like falling. Like, so he didn't literally fall off the bus, but the way he got off, he kind of like half fell off the bus. That's what it's saying. 転がるように. That's this form of ように. 僕はようやく目的地 means destination, one's destination. 着く here, 着く tsuita is the past tense of 着く, and this means 着く when put beside a destination, it means to arrive at a destination, to arrive somewhere. For example, you can have 学校に着く 家に着く. That means to arrive at school or to arrive home. And it's using the particle ni. Now, this sentence is quite confusing here. Ando here means relief. So let's start from the base sentence. Tamiki o tsuku, that means to sigh. Tamiki o tsuku. ando de tamiki o tsuku. So ando means relief, so this means to sigh from relief. Ando de. Now, I can tell that this phrase is modifying ando over here, this suita. Now, how can you tell that this at least this verb is modifying is on ando? How can you tell? Well, you can tell because this verb here, tsuku, is in either past tense or present tense. If it was in te form, then you would consider these parts something something suite something something. So that'd be two different sentence phrases. However, because it's past tense or present tense, this is just a modifying. So, ようやく目的地に着いたando. That means a specific type of relief. That's the relief from having finally reached one's destination. So, he finally reached the destination and breathed a sigh of relief after half falling off the bus. 転がるようにバスを降りた僕は、ようやく目的地に着いた安堵でため息をつく。ふう。目の前に今からの職場が、今日からの職場が、今日から means from today on. And 目の前に is in front of him. So, in this case, you can see there's like a common question might be, well, okay, first of all, what is it saying? This is saying that there is his future workplace is right in front of him. However, you can see that the ga is kind of cut off. So like, try to figure out what this means. This way where they end up with ga and they just trail off with ga, it is a little bit of dramatic effect. Like, if I were to think about it in English, that would be like, it would kind of be like saying, in front of me, pause, was my future workplace. Kind of like saying that. And the verb that would go behind that, the verb that is being kind of missing but implied here is aru. 目の前に今日からの職場がある. But by leaving that, it just adds like a bit of anticipation. 背後でバスのドアが閉まる音に押されるように僕は一歩踏み出そうとして顔を上げ。背後 means behind you or one's rear. So 背後で behind him バスのドアが閉まる音に Again, this is present tense, so this is modifying ドアが閉まる音 is ドアが閉まる means the door closing, and that's or the door closes to be precise, and it's modifying oto, so the sound of the door closing ni, and this is in passive form. Osu means to push. Osareru means to be pushed by. So he's being pushed by the sound of the door closing. This yoni is a very tricky grammar piece that has a lot of meanings. I'll just tell you what it means here. Again, I need to think about this. So let's go to the second part first before we go back to the start, the yoni. So the second part is 僕は一歩踏み出そうとして顔を上げ. So here you can see the toste. You can just think of that as tosuru, which is basically just like suru. So you see, this is te form, so that means kao age, and this previous part that comes before it are two separate sentence phrases. So kao age is to raise one's face, to raise one's head, and whatever that comes before is another sentence phrase. So, 僕は一歩踏み出す. Fumidasu means to take a step forward, to go and take a step forward. It is different than just taking a step. It is to kind of make that step forward. It also has a metaphoric meaning, which means to like embark or set out on a journey. So he takes a step forward. Now you see the ending is not just a normal present tense. It's a special form. This is another grammar pattern called volitional plus tosuru, actually. So you have this is the volitional plus tosuru. This is the pattern, and the meaning of this pattern. So normally it'd be fumidasu. Now it's fumidasou to suru. Fumidasou to suru. And this means to try to do that action. So it's volitional plus tosuru. And fumidasou to suru means to try to fumidasu. And so in this case, fumidasou to suru. So he tries to take a step and raises his head. This is what it's saying. Yes, that's what it's saying. So he tries to take a step forward and raises his head, roughly about the same time. Now we go back to this first part. Osareru yoni. This doesn't. The fact that the door closed on him doesn't seem like it's describing the other actions. I think the way to interpret this is that it's just like it wasn't actually like the sound of the door was pushing him, but it kind of felt like that. So that's why it's osareru yoni. It's sort of, it was like that. It's like not literally, but like that. So so one more time. 背後でバスのドアが閉まる音に押されるように、僕は一歩踏み出そうとして顔を上げ。This guy's going a lot. 予想外の光景に思わず立ち止まった。予想外 means unexpected, unforeseen, or strange. In this case, it means not what you expected. Yoso means someone's prediction. Yosogai means like an unpredicted circumstance or unpredicted event that happened. Koke is like a scenery. Omowazu is accidentally. And so actually, I should explain by the verb first. Tachidomaru means to stop and stand still. It means like you were moving previously, and then now you came to a stop standing. It can be because you can tachidomaru because something got in your way, or maybe in this case, you are stopping because of fear or intimidation, or just something in your way. So in this case, our protagonist was so surprised at what he saw around him that he just stood in the middle of the road. 世界は灰色と黒だった。The world was, 灰色 is gray and 黒 is black. So the world was gray and black. 灰色は空。分厚そうな雲に覆われた鈍い灰色の空。灰色は空 so means the gray was the sky. So, buatso. Oh, I think we got the wrong hook. I can fix this. This is a nice hook. Yes, that's the right hook. Now we don't have the little artifacts here. So, buatsui is an I adjective that means bulky. Means bulky. It means something that feels like three-dimensional and takes up a lot of bulk. Kind of like, in this case, it's describing the clouds. So like those clouds that feel like they have volume and they're taking up all the sky. They're very three-dimensional. In this, and it also has the end grammar pattern so, which is so instead of buatsui, it's buatsu so, and this so implies that this doesn't really change the meaning that much. Buatsui kumo is kind of like objectively saying those were voluminous clouds, or those were really bulky clouds. But this so changes it from feeling like an objective description to a subjective impression. So when people, like, if you look at someone and you make an impression, like just an impression of someone, like samuso or something like that, it makes it turn into this sound like someone's instinctual response to something instead of just objectively saying it. So buatsusou na kumo ni owareta. O, this is the passive tense of o. O means to cover something, to be covered in something. So this is describing the nibui hairo no sora. So it's covering the sky. The thick clouds are covering the sky. Nibui, hairo is gray, and nibui is modifying the color, so it means a dull gray sky. So in total, it's saying that the gray was the sky, and it was covered, and the dim, like the dull gray sky was covered by thick-looking clouds. Kuro wa mori. Yushi, I didn't even know this word. Yushi irai no te ga Yushi irai hito no te ga mattaku haite inasasou na usso taru mori. Usuyami ni owareta shikisai o ushinai yami no gotoki kokushoku. Wow, this is one hell of a line. Yeah, this is a lot more difficult. But the first line is easy. Kuro wa mori. So the black. So between the light and darkness that I was talking about, the black was the forest. Yushi irai, according to translation aggregator, it means since the dawn of history. Hito no te means hito no te ga mattaku haite inai. So first of all, this is talking about a forest. Start from the end of the sentence. Yeah, let's start from the end. Usso taru. Usso means it means thick and dense, and it's almost always used to describe foliage and forests. Taru here, so usso is a adjective, but it's a special type of adjective. It's not an e or a na adjective. I think you can have usso na, but anyways, there's a class of adjectives that you can have them modify nouns, and they just modify. That's all they do. All this is doing is modifying forest. However, the particle they use in front is the special particle. They just use taru instead. So usotaru mori means like a dense, overgrown forest. Now we go on to the previous clause. Hito no te ga mattaku haite inasasou na. This is also modifying forest. So hito no te is people's maintenance, people taking care of it. So like hito no te is when it's saying, usually it's used in the negative. Hito no te ga mattaku haite na hito no te ga mattaku haite nai. Hito no te ga haite nai. That means that no one has been taking care of it, like no one has touched this forest, and it just has grown unfettered. And again, here's the soul particle. Haite nai is the original form, and then it uses the soul. So haite nasasou. So it seems like no one has touched this, and no one has. It seems like it looks like no one has touched this forest since the beginning of time. This is where this comes in. Yushi irai. Yushi irai. Yeah. Usuyami. Yami means like darkness. Usuyami means like a gloom or mild or soft darkness. It says very dim light, but I think the definition of it's better to say it's like a gloom. Ni oware shikisai o ushinai. Again, so this is oware means to be covered by. So usuyami, so covered in gloom. And this is te form. So this is a separate sentence phrase. Shikisai o ushinai. Shikisai here means color, specifically saturation. So if you lose shikisai, you become everything turns to gray. So like in the darkness, everything will turn to gray. Yami no gotoki kokushoku. Kokushoku means black. It's the color for, it's just another word for black. Yami means darkness. Here, nogotoki is a somewhat archaic phrase, and it means, it's a bit more of a literary phrase, and it means just like. That means, it's just like, yeah, it means just like. So in this case, it's saying that it's saying a black that's like darkness. This was saying yami no gotoki kuroshoku. This grammar looks really weird, but you can just think it goes no gotoki followed by a noun. You don't have to worry about this. This just means no gotoki just will always mean like something. 左右を見渡しても世界は灰色と黒。前後に伸びるアスファルトも灰色。Sayu, this is Sayu, even though the thing says. Tokaku means something else. It's okay to get these definitions wrong. It's like, I personally myself, I messed up this definition when I was learning a lot. Don't worry. If the word has two definitions and you get the wrong one, then that's not the end of the world. There are some verbs like suku, who have like a million definitions. For those words, you might just want to ask someone for help for those ones. They have a million definitions, and you can just remember them more by their context, rather than trying to remember all the words. Like, for example, in the past, in an earlier line, I just told you about nitsuku, which can mean to reach a destination. So you can remember that as ie nitsuku, or whatever nitsuku. Instead of trying to remember to arrive as one of the 30 definitions for tsuku. Anyways, 左右を見渡しても This is mimawasu. Mimawasu. It means miru means to look. Mimawasu means to look around. Sekai wa hairo to kuro. So even when looking to the left or right, the world was gray and black. Zengo ni nobiru asphalt mo hairo. So zengo is forward and back. Zengo, so to the forefront and to the rear. Nobiru here means to stretch. So the asphalt stretch, which stretches to the front and to the rear, was also gray. Hontou ni koko de ii no ka? Is this really the right place? So this E here is, it's just saying, is this kind of like, it's basically the same thing as koko de atteru no ka? Is this the right place? 終点だと言われて思わず降りてしまったけれど、もしかしたら路線そのものを間違えたのか。終点 means the last stop. と言われて this means that this is passive of you, so he was told by the driver. 降りる is to get off the bus. 降りてしまった this しまった means something that may have been done by a mistake. So instead of 降りて te form plus しまった. So again, you can see it with this phrase, which means 思わず, which means instinctually. So I instinctively got out, which was maybe a mistake. After being told by the driver it was the last stop. 終点だと言われて。もしかしたら路線そのものを間違えたのか。もしかしたら is kind of like possible, like I might have or something. It means, so this, like I was told this and I got off, but maybe it might have been something else. And this something else, rosen here is like a route. Rosen means a route, a bus or a train route. In this case, it's the bus route. そのもの rosen そのもの そのもの means that thing itself. を間違えたのか. So he's saying maybe I messed up the entire route. So like what this そのもの means is like, because he's like, not only did he maybe he didn't just mess up like the stop, but he just messed up, like he was on the wrong route to begin with. That's what the そのもの is for. を間違えたのか。僕がここは大岡女学園 sorry 大岡女学園僕がここは大岡女学園の最寄りバス停か運転手に聞いてみようと振りかけたところで This is another difficult sentence. Let's break it down. I will start from the end in this time. 振りかける means to turn around. ところで we'll go to that later. So, 運転手に聞いてみようと. Here's another example of the first of all, you have 聞く, which is to ask. 聞いてみる is to give asking a try. Like to てみる means, I'm pretty sure you know it already. It means to try doing something. Like to give it a try. Now, we have this instead of miru becoming miyo, this is volitional form plus to. This means to try to do something. So, 運転手 is the driver. So, trying to ask the driver, he turned around. Now, so this, as a more like, looking at it as a more whole picture, grammatically, this yo plus to, this volitional form plus to, like like hasiroto plus a verb followed by a verb means, when you see this in this form, like followed by a verb, this pattern followed the try to followed by a verb, what this means is that this whatever he's trying to do is that's what he's trying to do as he turns around. Like his purpose of turning around was him trying to ask the driver. Like, so in English this would be like, as I turn around to in an attempt to ask the driver, is how this would be like. Now let's look at the first part. 僕がここは桜花女学園の最寄りバス停か. So 桜花女学園 is Oka Girls Academy. Oka is just a name. 最寄り, this is a weird kanji. 最寄り means the closest. バス停 is a bus stop. So 最寄りバス停 is the closest bus stop. So this here, 最寄りバス停, so if you say ここは桜花女学園の最寄りバス停 without this ka, then that'd be like saying this is the closest stop to the girls' academy. This ka turns it into a question, and it when you have, and it also quotes the question, meaning that he's asking, is this the closest bus stop to the girls' academy? And it's saying that he's trying to ask that to the bus driver. Blah 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 ka untenshi ni kite. So this is saying what question he's asking. So he's trying to ask the bus driver, is this the right place? あ、無情にもバスは行ってしまった。無情にも here, so the bus left. 無情にも, this is sort of like a, 無情 means emotionless or heartless or cruel. にも is kind of a, here, this にも is kind of like an emphatic expression. It's emphasizing. So it's like saying, instead of saying like the bus was cruel, like, oh, how cruel the bus was as it left. It's kind of like that. And it's kind of literary. You might see it in like a storytell where the narrator kind of when you're lamenting something. In this case, he's lamenting the cruel bus that just left him to die. Oh, one other thing. 行ってしまった here is this しまった here is not really a mistake, but it's expressing his regret at it. Like, it went away and he regrets it. So 行ってしまった. That's why it's like that. So it's not technically he accidentally did something wrong, but it's just something he regrets. So it also works for てしまった. 静かな場所だった. 波の音や風の音がむき出しになっていた。黒々とした森のざわめきが尖っていた。So 静かな場所だった。場所 is place, so it was a quiet place. 波の音や、波 is waves, so the sounds of the waves や風の音 sounds of the winds がむき出しになっていた。So むき出す, the definition means nakedness or frankness, but in this case むき出す means to, I think a better description of it is becoming to the forefront. So for example, it's often used with one's feelings, 感情がむき出しになる, or in this case, 音, it means to come to the forefront. So normally there's a lot of, so like, because it's silent, the sound of the waves, which you normally never hear, suddenly come to the forefront of your attention. So it's むき出しになっていた. it also has a Mikidashi also has a metaphorical meaning, which means, like I said, Mikidashi ni natta kanjo. So it can mean one's feelings become exposed. Like, for example, when someone lays out their feelings on the table, that would be like mukidasu. Mukidashi ni natta kimochi or kanjo or anger or something like that. Kuroguro means deep black. It means very black. Kuroguro to shita mori no zawameki ga togatte ita. Zawameki is kind of like the sound of a crowd, or the sound of it's the sound of a crowd stirring. So like it's kind of like can be murmurs, or it can be just the sound of stuff brushing against each other, and that's the case here. So it's the sound of the trees and the leaves brushing together. And that is ga togatte ita. So togaru means to become sharp. Yeah, so it can be like when something becomes when a pencil becomes sharp. It's not really the best way of putting it. However, in this case, this is a metaphor. In this case, it's referring to sound. And the sound is growing more sharper. That means that one way to think about this is when you have just say, what's a smooth sound? Kind of like I guess you can think about it this way. When it's a little bit noisy, the forest sounds like a gentle kind of like stirring of trees. But when it's really quiet, you can hear every single brushings of the tree leaves, and it suddenly the sounds sound a lot more jagged because you can hear every single one of them. This is what it's referring to. So, Kurogo shita mori, the forest, the rustlings of this forest became sharp to my ears. I don't know that word, so you shouldn't worry about it. Kyozatsubutsu. It means foreign elements. Kyozatsubutsuを取ると波や風や森はこんなにも圧倒的な声でささやいているのか、耳を塞ぎたくなるほどの静かさで。This is another really hard sentence. So this toru here means to remove. And this means foreign elements. In this case, this is talking about like, this is nature, right? So the foreign elements are like, are the sounds of society, or the sounds of artificial sounds. So when you take that away, this is a to conditional. It means when you do something, then what naturally happens after. So when you take this away, nami ya kaze ya mori, the nami and the kaze and the mori wa こんなにも圧倒的な声でささやいているのか。ささやく means to whisper. Yes, it means to whisper. 圧倒的 means overwhelming. こんなにも is a phrase that suggests that shows that the speaker is saying, wow, it's so whatever it is. So in this case, wow, it's how can it be so overwhelming? The speaker is kind of moved to emotions. こんなにも圧倒的な声でささやいているのか。So after you take away the artificial sounds, the nami and the kaze and the mori, they whisper in so overwhelmingly. They whisper so loudly. And this no ka here means saying is like he's asking like he's like saying, wow, is this what really you get when you go into a silent place? Is it really this loud? All this incredibly whispering so loud? That's how it is. 耳を塞ぎたくなるほどの静かで. This is a sentence fragment. So, 耳を塞ぐ is to cover one's ears. 塞ぐ with the verb stem, きたく. So, verb stem plus tai is to want to. So, to want to cover one's ears. And たくなる so is something なる something くなる means that to become like that. So to become so that you want to cover your ears. Hodo in this case means the amount or the amount. Shizukasa means, sorry, this is sabishisa. Sabishi in this case means desolateness or that a place. This is referring to a place. This kanji refers to this word sabishisa means the loneliness of a place, how a place feels lonely. So it's saying that it's so lonely that it makes you want to cover your ears. So how much loneliness? So much loneliness that it makes you want to cover your ears. And this de is connecting to sasayaite no ka. Sasayaku. So not only does so it's saying that the forest that whispers so loudly is also so sounds so lonely that it makes one want to cover out their ears. 僕は探し求めるように周りを、辺りを見回した。灰色と黒以外のものを求めて。探し求める is to look for something. To look for and to seek something. 探し求めるように。辺り is the surroundings. 見渡す is to look around. So in this case, this 探し求めるように is describing the way he's doing his actions. So he looked around. Not really as if, but in the manner of looking for something, or seeking something. So for example, if I just say 見回した, that's just you looking around. Maybe you're just curious, or maybe you heard something, right? But he's doing it with the feeling of looking for something. 灰色と黒以外のものを求めて. So he's yearning for something. 求めて is to seek. 灰色と黒以外のもの. So he's looking for 灰色 is gray, 黒 is black. So he's looking for anything besides this gray and black. 前後に曲がりくねり続く. I'm not gonna translate this. I'm just gonna read this. This is too much. I'm sure you've had your fill of this depressing place. So I will just read it and we will continue on. 前後に曲がりくねり続く灰色のアスファルト道路。視界を遮るように立ちふさがり、前後左右に広がる黒い森。四股方向にそびえる低い山の連なり。 見渡す限りを埋め尽くす灰色と黒、その外側から響く波の音、すべてを吹き渡る寂しい風の音。I'm not gonna translate it. 周囲数キロに構築物の一見もなさそうな、文字通り人の気配がない場所。Here, I can work with this. So, 周囲 is the surroundings. Kilo is a kilometer. So, 周囲数キロ is a few kilometers in the surroundings. 2. 建築物. It means building. の一見. So this is, 一見 also means a building, but it's actually a counter. So it's saying not even a single building. Like a single building of human construction. Or just of human make. Put it like that way. もうなさそうな. So 周囲 so もうない. もうなさそう. So it's saying it's not literally saying there isn't a building in sight in a few kilometers, but it sure feels like that. It feels like there's nothing in the sight. 文字通り人の気配がない場所. 文字通り means literally. As it means literally as the characters say, like the kanji says. So 人の気配がない. So 人の気配がない means that there's no trace of humans. Usually it means like 気配 means there's a presence of, it feels like someone is nearby. Like it feels like that it feels like there's people nearby. So like yeah. So it means that there's literally, it feels like there are no traces of people. And it also feels like there's not a building in a couple of miles. 春先だというのに吹き抜けていく風は冷たくて、僕は途方に暮れるばかり。全採算が入った旅行カバンが不意に重くなった気がした。春先 is the beginning of spring. だというのに、this というのに is saying even though it's this, so the result is different. So like even though it's the start of spring, it's cold. The wind is cold. 吹き抜ける fuku is used for, means to blow, and it's 風が吹く means the wind blows. 吹き抜ける is a variation on that. 抜ける 吹き抜ける means to blow through or to blow past. So it can like blow through a tunnel or blow past you. So even though it's spring, the wind that blew past was cold. 僕は途方に暮れるばかり. 途方に暮れる is an expression and it means to be at a loss. Yeah, that's my favorite way of saying it. 途方に暮れる means to be at loss. Bakari means nothing but whatever happened previous, what the action before. So he is nothing but stumped. He's like, he sees the forest, doesn't know what to do. He sees nobody there, he doesn't know what to do. He's just totally stumped and nothing but stumped. 全採算が入ったローコカバン. 全財産 means everything one owns. が入ったロコカバン. Roko is a trip. Kaban is a bag. So Roko Kaban is a travel bag apparently. Yeah, a travel bag or a suitcase. I don't know what it exactly refers to, but it's, yeah, you get the idea. 不意に重くなった気がする. 不意に is suddenly. 重くなった気がした. So 不意に重くなった would mean that his bag suddenly got heavier. And 気がした changes it from it. Instead of so this sentence actually doesn't mean that his bag literally got heavier. Is that he got the feeling that his bag got heavier. And how this ties into the whole thing is that because he was in the middle of nowhere and stuck for a little bit, now suddenly the only thing he has, which is his bag, which has everything he owns, suddenly feels heavy. 世界の果ての森にたった一人取り残されたらこんな感じがするのかもしれない。世界の果て is at the edge of the world. Mori is so forest, so this is a forest at the edge of the world. たった一人の取り残される is passive form, very commonly used as passive, and it means to be stranded and abandoned and left, like it means to be left behind. たった一人 means just alone. 一人 means one person, like or alone. たった so being the sole person, being just one person left all alone. Tara is a conditional. So if one were to be left all alone, こんな感じがするのかもしれない。こんな感じがする means it feels like this. So するのかもしれない。So it might feel like this. So if one were to be left behind, this is how it might feel. 何を沈んだ気分になっている滝沢司 That's our protagonist's name. しっかりしろ。今日は教職としての出発点じゃないか。望んでついた職業だろう。ああ、そうだ。その通りだ。So this is our protagonist trying to cheer himself up. 沈んだ In this case, 気分 is how one feels. It's like one's current mood. Or one's current feeling. 沈んだ in regards to a feeling, it means like a depressed feeling. So 何を沈んだ気分になってるんだ This なってるんだ is like a I don't know how to explain this part, but he's basically asking like himself like, what are you doing getting all depressed? Me, Takizawa Tsukasa, he's asking himself. すっかりしろ Get a grip. 今日は教職 Kyoshoku means one's profession as a teacher. Like kyoshoku, it's the teaching profession. 今日は教職としての出発点 Shupatsu-ten is the starting point. So he's just becoming a teacher. So as a person who's a teacher, it's his starting point. Like as a person who's joining the teaching profession. Janaika. This Janaika here is kind of like a rhetorical, like asking himself. So if you're just saying this part by itself without the Janaika, it would be 今日は教職としての出発点 Today is one's start as someone who is teaching. However, the Janaika is saying like that's right, isn't it? Like it's the start of your teaching career, isn't it? That's what Janaika is saying. 望んでついた職業だろう Like, didn't you like pursue this yourself? Wasn't this your wish? So more precisely, suku, in this case, suku is to join this profession. 職業 ついた職業 That means to, if you have a job, a type of job, and you suku to that means that you join that profession. So for example, in this case, he joined the profession of teaching. So, nozonde, normally you hear the verb nozomu. And this is in de form. This is a te form, right? Nozonde, nozomu, nozonde. So you, like I said before, you might think that this isn't two. This should be interpreted in as two separate sentence phrases. Like nozonde, I do one thing. First I nozomu, and then suita shukugyo daro. But that makes no sense, right? What does suita shukugyo da mean? So this is not two phrases. Nozonde here is sort of like an adjective. It's it's saying that what he did behind it, suku, so to go to a profession. Nozonde means that he did so out of his own volition, voluntarily, wishing to do it. So it basically saying he wanted to do it, and he went to teaching. Soda, sono tori da. Yes, I did want to do this. 気を取り直し、今の状況を考えてみた。気を取り直し that's a different word. They mean the same thing. 気を取り直し means to regain one's composure, or to pull oneself together. 今の状況 is one's current situation. Or the current situation. So 今の状況 is his current situation. を考えてみた. So he tried thinking about his current situation. 本当にここは目的地の場所なら何も問題はない。さっきバスの運転手は終点だと言っていた。Here he's saying, if this is the 本当にここは目的地の場所からなら this is conditional. So saying if this part is true. I'm going to try to translate a little bit less literally because I think it's not good to translate too much because it detracts from the grammar. So what I mean by that is that you don't actually have to translate something in order to understand it. If you know what this is doing to the previous part and you know what this previous part is, then you understand it. Well, then at least you understand the grammar. There's no need to translate it because translating takes a lot of work. So, 本当にここが目的地の場所なら So if this if 本当にここが目的地 Sorry, if ここが目的地の場所 Sorry, 目的の場所 If this is where he's trying to go to 何も問題じゃない Then no problem. If this is the right place, then no problem. さっきバスの運転手は終点だと言っていた。Earlier, the bus driver, 運転手 is driver, は終点 the bus stop. Here is a quoting particle, だと. So if you say without this part, it's saying 終点だ, which is saying this is the last stop. Dato quotes this and so it quotes it and saying so and so said that this is the last stop. Dato itteita, and that someone is the bus driver. So the bus driver did say it was the last stop. 確かに案内状にも最寄りのバス停は終点だと書いてあったはず。確かに is the word we use when you're trying to remember something. 案内状にも 案内状 is what is it? It's a letter of invitation. So it was also written 案内状にも最寄りのバス停 The 最寄り so closest bus stop was 終点だと書いてあったはず So it's saying that let's see. Yes. So again, this is a quoting particle. 最寄りのバス停は終点 So it's saying that the closest bus stop to the academy is the last bus stop. And dato means that it's quoting it. So that is what is written. 書いてあった. 書いてあった. Why is it not just 書いた? It's hard to explain, but 書いてあった has about two meanings, but one of them it just means that it was written on the paper. Like you can think of it as saying like it was on the paper, so ahead of time. It's hard to explain. So so this hazu means that should have been the case. So this fact, so it being written, it should have been written like it should what he's saying is that on the letter of invitation it should have been the letter of invitation should have said the same thing. 僕はしがみ込んで廊下カバンを開くとノートだの本だのを書き分けてもらった案内状を引っ張り出して読み返す。So here is しゃがみ込む means to bend down, and 廊下カバン again is the travel bag. So he opened his travel bag. ノートだの本だのを書き分けて。書き分ける means to search through, like to it means to like to 分ける means to spread, like to split apart. So 書き分ける so he's like rummaging through his bag. He's like trying to find something. And ノートだの本だの is like this dano is kind of like yeah, in for saying it's like yeah, he pushed aside his notes and his books and whatever other stuff. And もらった案の定を引っ張り出して so he took out his letter of invitation that he got. もらった here is もらう which means to receive. So the thing he got. And 引っ張り出してmeans to pull out or to he pulled it out of his bag and read it. 読み返す just means to read again. 薄暗い光の中目を凝らして読む。強い風に煽られて掴んだ種類がみるみるうちにしわくちゃになっていく。So 薄暗い光の中、薄暗い so 薄暗い means pretty dark. 薄暗い oh, in this case it means that the light is dim. In the dim light, he strained his eyes and read. 強い風に煽られて means 煽られて is passive for 煽る and it means to blow. So it was blowed or fanned by the wind. And 掴む is to grab. 書類 is the documents. みるみるうちに so しわくちゃ is crumpled. So しわくちゃになっていく means something is getting wrinkled. And みるみるうちに is みるみるうちに is means something is immediately before one's eyes is so it's saying like how fast it's becoming crumpled. So in the wind, as he's trying to read it, the wind is just crumpling it in front of his eyes. Not literally in front of his eyes, it's just saying how fast it's just immediately getting all crumpled. 東京から電車を3つ乗り換え揺られること2時間。そこでバスで乗り換えて30分。バスの終点で降りる。経路は間違っていない。So, he came from Tokyo. 東京から電車を3つ乗り換え。乗り換え means to change trains. So, he changed... There's trains, and then he changed trains 3 times. And then after he changed the train, 揺られること2時間. So that means he was shaken. He was on the train and he was shaken for 2 hours. After that, そこでバスに乗り換えて30分。バスの終点で降りる。 Keiro wa machigai. So he's saying that he switched onto the bus, rode for 30 minutes. Bus no shuten de oriu. So this is in present tense. So that means that it's saying that this was instructions. It was like saying this part is instruction, which is saying like get off at the bus stop. And so he's saying Keiro is his course. In this case, it's saying the path that he took. So he's saying the route I took wasn't wrong. 終点で降りたんだ。間違いない。He's saying that 降りたんだ. This is a so he's saying there's like I got off at the end stop. There's no mistaking it. And this orita, this oritanda is, instead of just orita, the tanda is noda. It's a form of noda. It's basically making this sentence declarative. It means that, it's the declarative form, like noda. It basically just means that he's saying he's sure of it. Or at least he's trying to convince himself, he's really sure. というか、終点? Okay, so we've been recording for just over an hour and 10 minutes, so I think actually this is going to be a good place to wrap up for our first session. I'm going to save the video, put a bookmark. I actually did a previous recording, but I forgot to set the sound, so I had to do a re-recording because the game sound was too loud and the mic was too soft. Anyways, we're going to save here, and we're going to leave off for here. And our protagonist is still stuck on this road, but he should be getting out soon pretty quickly. So let us go back to the menu. And that was our first session of the VN guided reading tour. Thank you for reading and following along. If you have any suggestions for the video, this is my first time making this kind of video series, so I'm pretty inexperienced with it. So any comments or suggestions would be welcome. If you have any suggestions or questions about the grammar, feel free to leave a comment below. And this was episode 1 of Haruka ni Aogi, Uruwashi no. See you next time.